Floaty by Larry. Blues, a young decepticon with a troubled past, finds his loyalty tested when a stranger arrives with nefarious intentions.
Blues was always different from other Decepticons. Being raised by humans and autobots, he was more compassionate and peace-loving. He sat beside Jazz, enjoying the calming melody. Jazz could sense Blues' melancholy. He knew the loss of Rosalina Bouman crushed him. Blues clung to Jazz, seeking comfort from the only family he had left. Suddenly, the peace was shattered. A man named James appeared. His intentions were clear. He was here to take Blues. Fear gripped the young Decepticon. Jazz moved swiftly, cradling Blues and bolting away. His old joints creaked, but his will was unyielding. He would not let Blues be taken by James. Blues was too terrified to speak. He clung to Jazz, his little mechanical heart pounding in fear. He wished he could fight, but his beliefs prevented him. Jazz knew Blues' stance on violence. He respected it despite the danger. He reassured Blues, saying, "We'll be all right as long as we stick together." James pursued them relentlessly. Jazz's steps grew heavier, but his spirit did not falter. He cast glances back at Blues, ensuring he was secure. Blues also felt his determination. He admired Jazz's strength and bravery. It was these qualities that made the Autobot his hero. The chase took them through narrow alleyways and bustling streets. Jazz's tactical mind calculated the best routes to evade James whilst protecting Blues. Sweat beaded on James's forehead as he pursued. He was relentless, but Jazz was always one step ahead. The elder Autobot was tireless in his protection. Jazz kept Blues close, reassuring him they were heading home. Blues couldn't help but fret. He worried about his father figure's exhaustion. Eventually, Jazz found a spot to hide, a deserted scrapyard. Here, they could rest and plan their next move against James. The scrapyard was a maze of metal. It was a perfect hiding place for two gear-filled beings. They blended in with the metallic background. Blues' anxiety eased somewhat. Meanwhile, Jazz contacted Twinkle Mercy, requesting reinforcement. He was not giving up, not without a fight. As they waited, Blues reflected on his upbringing. He remembered the lessons Rosalina and Jazz taught him about compassion and courage. Just then, Twinkle Mercy arrived. Relief washed over Blues. He knew they had a better chance now against James. Together, Jazz and Twinkle Mercy planned their strategy. Blues, while still frightened, felt hope. His Autobot family was here to protect him. James eventually found them in the scrapyard. He was met with 2 determined Autobots. Blues watched, praying for their safe victory. The confrontation was intense. Jazz was outmatched in youth, but not in experience. Twinkle Mercy backed him up, the unwavering force. The confrontation was intense. Jazz was outmatched in youth, but not in experience. Twinkle Mercy backed him up, the unwavering...
Wait, one moment.
Blues could only watch. He focused on their teachings, reminding himself that violence was not the only way. He held on to his beliefs. Jazz and Twinkle Mercy finally outwitted James. He was restrained, unable to harm Blues. Relief washed over the young Decepticon. Blues thanked his protectors warmly. Despite his fears, he felt grateful and happy. He realized that family was not defined by blood, but by loyalty and love. The adventure had been exhausting. Blues, Jazz, and Twinkle Mercy returned home, promising to always protect each other. Blues felt safe knowing they had his back. At night, Blues snuggled close to Jazz, his old heart humming a comforting lullaby. Surrounded by love, Blues felt a sense of peace. He finally understood his place in their world. Blues was a Decepticon, yes, but he was also a being of compassion, a being of peace. Blues looked up at the stars, seeing the beautiful array of constellations. He felt a calm he hadn't felt in a while. He was home. The shadows of loyalty had been cast, binding Blues, Jazz, and Twinkle Mercy in a bond stronger than steel. Their story was one of resilience, love, and unyielding loyalty. Blues fell asleep, nestled in between Jazz and Twinkle Mercy. The young Decepticon dreamed of peaceful times, nurtured by the love and loyalty of his family.